So, after the horrors of rhythm, and particularly the horrors of rests, which are horrific, and there's no denying that some of the maths involved in rests and some of the archaic rules are just a little bit, you've lived it. We're going to move on to something a little bit easier anyway. So we're going to do some work now. We're going to move back to pitch, and we are going to look at the building blocks of pitch, which are the tone and the semitone. So the semitone we are going to discuss first, even though it's a semitone. I'm not going to tell you what a tone is yet, it's a secret. I'm going to tell you what a semitone is. And if you look at the keyboard, now if you look along the keyboard, you can see we've got all the white notes here. But if you look along the keyboard at this level, you see that it's interspersed with black notes. And this is the area of the keyboard we really need to be thinking about when we're dealing with semitones. And so a semitone is just the distance between two notes which are next to each other. It's the shortest distance on the keyboard. So for example, the B and the C on the keyboard are absolutely next to each other, and therefore that distance is called a semitone. The C and the C sharp are also next to each other, and therefore that's a semitone, as is the C sharp to the D to the D sharp, the D sharp to the E to the F. These are all examples of semitones. And the reason why I said look across here and not look across here is because even though B to a C is a semitone, you might get lulled into a false sense of security, because C to D is not a semitone. Even though these notes look like they're next to each other, actually there's this hulking great black note sticking in here, and that's actually in between. So the C to the C sharp is the semitone, not the C to the D. Always consider the black notes when working out your semitones. So that's all a semitone is. So what's a tone? This is good as well. A tone is just two semitones added together. You could probably work that out for yourself, couldn't you? Two semitones added together. So again, if we start with C here, the C to the C sharp and to the D, that's two semitones. C to C sharp is 1, C sharp to D is 2, and therefore C to D is one tone. So we've added two semitones together. The D to the D sharp is a semitone, the D sharp to the E is a semitone, and therefore the D to the E is a tone. And so that's all a tone is, just two semitones joined together, added together. We can do it with the black notes too. F sharp to G is a semitone, G to G sharp is a semitone, therefore F sharp to G sharp is a tone. And just as one final example, because if you know me, I'm nothing if not thorough, looking at the let's look from the B, for example. The B to the C is a semitone because there's no black note in between there. The C to the C sharp is a semitone, and therefore the B to the C sharp is a tone, to two semitones. So it's interesting to just go across the keyboard and find tones and semitones and notice the layout of the keyboard, because in a moment we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the particular layout of the keyboard and how it creates something really, really important. I'm going to kind of leave that as clickbait. I'll see you in a little while. Just enjoy your tones and semitones for now. Take care. Bye bye.